You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome to The Vocal Technologist. We're back again, looking at some fascinating shifts happening in the world of AI.
That's right. Lots happening, from how AI makes money to, well, how it might fundamentally change our lives.
Exactly. So we're going to break down some of these huge developments. The money, the vision, the actual impact, and even how we measure it all. Trying to make sense of the speed, really.
That's a lot to keep up with.
It really is.
Mm.
Let's start with the money, because the numbers are just staggering. OpenAI hitting $12 billion in annualized revenue, doubling in just 7 months. That's $1 billion a month coming in, and something like 700 million weekly users.
Yeah, the growth is phenomenal. But, what's really interesting under the hood is how that revenue works.
You mean the shift away from traditional software models?
Exactly. Historically, you bought a license, right?
Yeah.
Paid for features, maybe per user, per seat.
Right, the standard SaaS model.
But with companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, too, they're often charging by the token. Basically, how much you use the AI, how much it processes or creates for you.
So it's less about access and more about the actual work done, the output.
Precisely. It's a move towards valuing the outcome, the result, not just the tool itself. That's a fundamental shift, I think.
That makes sense. And with that kind of money and momentum, you get these really big future visions, like Meta's idea.
Oh, yeah, the personal superintelligence.
Right. What does that even mean in practice? AI that knows you deeply, living on smart glasses.
Well, the vision they're putting out there is about individual empowerment, an AI partner almost.
A partner helping with goals, relationships, creativity. It sounds incredibly ambitious.
It is. It's a step away from just automating tasks, towards something more integrated with your personal life, your values.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And on the creative side, you've got things like Fable's Showrunner with Amazon backing it.
That's another wild one, creating TV episodes from prompts.
Yeah, imagine just typing out what you want to see.
That's true.
It happens. Initially free, then maybe a $10, $20 monthly credit.
It sounds amazing, doesn't it, being your own showrunner?
It does. But it also raises questions like, what happens to human writers, artists, originality?
Definitely big questions there. But these aren't just future dreams, are they? AI is already doing some pretty remarkable things now.
Absolutely. Look at Stanford Medicine. They developed virtual scientists.
Right, the AI agents mimicking a whole research lab.
Yeah. And they designed potentially effective COVID-19 nanobodies in days.
Days. Something that usually takes, well, ages. Decades of trial and error, potentially.
That's the quote, isn't it? Compressed decades into days. That's huge.
And it's not just in the lab. Google Earth AI is using models for real-world problems.
Like spotting wildfires early or predicting floods, helping plan cities better. Tangible impact.
Definitely. Which brings up a crucial point, though. With things moving so fast, how do we know how good these systems actually are? How do we evaluate them properly?
That's a tricky one. You mentioned that study about the AI benchmark, humanity's last exam.
Yeah, a prominent PhD-level test for AI. The study found almost a third of the biology and chemistry answers in it were actually contradicted by peer-reviewed science.
A third? Wow. So the test itself had flaws.
It seems so. Many were these kind of gotcha questions, tricky puzzles that even human experts struggled with.
So it wasn't necessarily the AI failing, but the benchmark maybe not being reliable.
It highlights just how complex it is to build good benchmarks, especially for AI that's getting so advanced so quickly. We need to be careful about how we measure progress.
Right. It adds a layer of nuance to all these amazing breakthroughs.
Naturally.
So wrapping this up, we've gone from these mind-boggling revenue figures and personal AI visions
To actual virtual scientists making discoveries and these really important questions about how we even test these things.
The pace is just relentless, isn't it?
It really is. And I think what stands out is how interconnected it all is. The economic models enable the research, which pushes the boundaries, which then forces us to rethink evaluation.
It's this cycle of innovation and challenge.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, what's the next unexpected area AI is going to transform? How will our whole idea of intelligence keep changing?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Right.
What areas do you, listening right now, think are next? Maybe things we haven't even considered yet. Food for thought.
Spoken tech for your ears.